don't know if this is the best suspension for the Pajero, but it's for sure the coolest one. We are starting the stage 1 of Pajero build. We are lifting it up, that's the first step. We have an old man ammo suspension for Pajero. It's not sponsored video, we buy it with our own money. The one purpose, and the purpose is to show you how to do it in your own garden, home, dining table. In this episode we are directly focusing on the front struts. We will build them together, assemble them piece by piece, showing you exactly how to do it. I tried to find some information, and actually on the internet there is not much when it gets to the details, which part go in which order, how to put it together. Usually you find answers like, yeah, just take old one out and put the new one in exactly like the old one was, which is not always easy because you want your car to be running and you want to just prepare everything for the moment of change. So stay tuned and we get to it. I will prepare now the space, remove all these nice boxes, and we will get to the build. And before I go, please make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next part. And now I will get to clean the table. So we have a clean table. I will put the stuff on it which we need to build the shocks. Those are the parts we need to assemble it. I need to excuse myself because I'm like a small child, so once I get it I start assembling it a little bit too early. Yeah, you start with the shock absorber, and you need to install this steel ring around here in the right groove. Which groove is for you the right one? You need to talk with the manufacturer of the suspension, because it depends from how heavy your vehicle is. If you have a winch, if you have a skid plate, all this adds weight, and then you can choose the bottom or the top one. In my case it's the top one. So you need to slide it on, snap it in here, drop the bottom ring for the spring, and then put on this cover with a little bit of a force plastic hammer. Just apply a little bit of grease on the edge, and then you can hammer it on without much of a problem. So yeah, I done it off the camera. Yeah, just not patient enough. And then another in order, you will have this part. I have no idea the professional name. It will go on here like that. Then you have a first rubber bumper. It's like cylindrical with some kind of a chamfer on the edge. Go here. Then you have a steel bushing. Goes here under this rubber like this. Then you have your top mount with screws and this rubber thing. You need to make sure that you align. In this rubber you have recesses, you need to align them with the screws. So you just put them right there like that, and that will be another step. You try to fit this on this bush like that, and then another thing will be another rubber bush which goes on top. It's more like, yeah, fancy shape. I don't know what shape is it really. And then you go with the big washer with a little bit bended edge to the bottom. I will put the diagram on the screen. And then of course normal washer and self-locking nut on top of it. And that will be your basic assembly. Of course it's missing the spring. We will put the spring now with this spring compressor. You need a proper spring compressor, and then to tighten it down the top nut you will need a 6mm nut and 17mm wrench, and on the end you need of course a torque wrench. We will torque the top nut with 26 Newton meters. Let's get to it. I will disassemble it all now and then we will start assembling with the spring and everything, okay? So that will be a starting point, and now we are going to assemble it. So, yeah, that's how you do it. It's complete, everything is built on up to spec, torque the nut, and call it a day. So excuse me the small play, but we are just having fun here. So the first things first, we are compressing the spring, the most probably nerve-wracking thing in the whole process. You need to find your proper setup so that it's nicely, that looks good. We'll see if this is enough. I don't know. So, the first funny ball. First rubber bush. Steel bush. Top mount. I already see that it's not enough, so I really want to compress the spring as much as I need, but not more than that. I can imagine forces. Still a long way to go. You want to make sure that this bushing is going here in the hole, so you want to align it nice. So yeah, wasn't easy, but we have it. So now we get to the point where by turning this self-locking nut, we are turning the whole assembly because there is a resistance in the nut. So now Mitsubishi would like you to buy a special tool for that, but we find a workaround. So it's a 17 key and a 6mm key on the small ratchet, and we just close this. We just put this here, put this in the middle, and I just turn the ratchet because it's way easier than turning the wrench, but you can, by doing it, you can avoid buying a special tool. Want to make sure that everything is aligned. It's extremely important. It's extremely important to have everything aligned, to like the video and subscribe. So we are getting there. Now I will switch to the torque wrench. It's here. 26 Newton meters. Nut. So that's it. We have it torqued to the spec. So last thing we need to check before we remove the spring compressor. We need to make sure that in the plane of this bushing, one of the screw is exactly like that. You probably can use some force later and adjust it, but why not do it now? So we just need to have a look where the screws are, and you just want to make sure that one of these bolts is like this. It will make your installation in the car a little bit easier. And you can double check the position of the rubbers here. If the recess is where it's supposed to be, seems good. So let's release the beast. I hope I didn't make a mistake here by placing this too close to the end of the spring. No, just right there. So that is your front strut build on the dining table. So as you see, it's not that hard of a job to do it. Everybody can do one, and the second one as well. So make sure to subscribe and don't miss the next episodes, in which we are actually going to put it on the car and legalize it in Germany, which is not always so straightforward. So yeah, I would say have a good day. I hope you learned something. And if you have some questions, comment below, like, subscribe, and we see us in the next one.